Hi YouTube! So I just wanted to make this video to raise an awareness for PMDD or premenstrual dysmorphic disorder. Just like kind of as a warning, I'm not trying to glamorize or make this cool to have this disorder in any way. Like I said, I'm just here to raise awareness. Most health professionals that I talk to about it don't even know what it is themselves. And I suffered from this for years without ever knowing it. And to me it really impacted my life, so knowing what it is helped give me power over it. So I just wanted to put this out there just in case any of you were suffering from it. Supposedly about 2 to 10% of women suffer from it. I don't know how accurate that is because many people don't even know what it is, and most places in the world don't even recognize it as its own condition. So I'm just going to answer some basic questions on what it is and try and keep my personal experience out of it. If you're looking for my story in any way, I will have that in its own video that should be uploaded about the same time as this one. So I'll link it down in the description below, or I'll try and link it somewhere on the screen. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so what is PMDD? Well, PMDD stands for premenstrual dysmorphic disorder, and it pretty much is just a severe form of PMS that is severe enough to interfere with your daily activities, your life, and your relationships. What is the cause of PMDD? Currently, the cause is unknown, though some correlate low serotonin levels with increased PMDD risk. And you also have increased risk if your mother or someone in your family had suffered from postpartum depression. So what are the symptoms of PMDD? So I have a list here that I'm going to read off of, so sorry I'm looking down. Mood swings, depressed mood or feelings of hopelessness, marked anger or increased interpersonal conflicts, tension and anxiety, irritability, decreased interest in usual activities, difficulty concentrating, fatigue, change in appetite, feeling out of control or overwhelmed, and sleeping problems such as insomnia, and physical problems such as bloating, breast tenderness, swelling, headaches, joint or muscle pain. So according to the most recent edition of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual for Mental Health Disorders, you must exhibit at least 5 of these symptoms for a prolonged period of about 7 days before your period, and it has to be pretty consistent or regular. What are the treatments for PMDD? Currently, since there isn't an exact cause of PMDD, there's no surefire treatment for PMDD as well. But there are 3 treatments that most therapists, psychiatrists, and psychologists suggest to help cope with your PMDD. Number 1 is diet and exercise. Number 2 is reducing stress. And number 3 is some form of medication. So diet and exercise. There is some research showing that calcium and increased vitamin B consumption helps to cope with your PMDD symptoms, making them a little less severe, as well as doing aerobic exercise. Typically, exercise and proper diet helps with normal depression symptoms, so these combined can help with the mental symptoms that you may be feeling. The second treatment of reducing stress. While some stress is unavoidable, typically stress causes your body to kind of freak out and sometimes can disrupt your metabolism and cause your body to function abnormally. When you're stressed out for a test, usually your immune system goes down, you can't sleep, you feel anxiety. So to kind of help relieve some of your PMDD symptoms that kind of go along with that, it helps to kind of initially reduce your stress so you're not already in a state of kind of anxiety and depression and being unable to sleep. So the third treatment is medication. Typically with PMDD, most psychiatrists prescribe some sort of antidepressant for the mental health symptoms that you may be feeling of depression, anxiety, irritability, such as that, to keep you more level. And then they usually also give you a pain reliever to go along with the physical symptoms you may be feeling. Personally, I exhibit a lot of breast pain. Just the thought of any sort of pressure is enough to make me want to cry, terrible headaches, My whole body feels really sore, so it does help with your physical symptoms if you have any, and also reduces inflammation. Some people exhibit swelling in their legs and their arms and stuff. And then the next one that I've also heard about, but it tends to be hit or miss, is birth control. Birth control pills tend to help regulate your hormones throughout your menstrual cycle. Some people that have terrible PMS or periods that are abnormal typically take birth control pills, and it helps regulate their hormones. However, I have heard that this either helps a lot or it makes it even worse. If you have light symptoms of depression, or you seem like if it's worth the risk to try it, then go ahead and try it. But typically, like I said, it's hit or miss. It's kind of unpredictable. Some people react well, some people don't. I hope this video was very informative for you guys. I will link all the articles down below to help you try and find some resources to help you with this. If you believe that you might also have PMDD, what I recommend doing, and what I was told to do when I got diagnosed, was to track your symptoms for about 3 months. If you really need help, go ahead and go in sooner. But it does help the psychiatrist to show like what exactly you're feeling and for how long, what is it like. I wrote down in a diary how I was feeling during each time, and then I also tracked my symptoms on P-Tracker, which is an app for your phone. I'm not representing them in any way, not paid to refer them to anybody. I find that it's easy to track it as I'm having it on there. You know, you just select your moods, what symptoms you're having, and it's pretty easy to track. So I will also link my personal experience living with PMDD video down below. This is just a basic video. I'm trying to just introduce my audience and subscribers and any one of you on YouTube to PMDD before I get into like the nitty-gritty of how I live with it and how I try and cope with it. So if you're interested in that video, like I said, it should be linked in the description bar below. Any comments, questions, concerns, please leave in the comments below. I am not a health professional in any way, just throwing that out there. I just have been diagnosed and suffered from this condition, so I hope you have a good day. Bye! Spooky!